Israel has reportedly signed a deal to get its hands on the most effective vaccine yet against coronavirus. For $230 million, Israel expects to get 8 million doses of Pfizer's new vaccine, enough for 4 million citizens to get the new treatment.
The hope is that the supply of Pfizer vaccines will start in January and will increase in the following months. All of this depends, of course, on the approval of the health authorities both in the United States and Israel. We have more agreements with additional promising companies on the way to receiving additional millions of vaccines for the citizens of Israel, without exceptions.
Reports claim that the state of Israel spent $30 million just to negotiate with Pfizer for the drugs in the first place, and with no guarantees, and that the final agreement still has some questionable holes. First, while Pfizer intends to start shipping the drugs in January, if big markets like the EU and US buy out the supply, Pfizer will not be obligated to provide the vaccines until the end of 2021, even though, according to local media, Israel is already fronting $35 million for the new deal. Second, Israel needs at least 20 million doses for roughly 10 million people. And finally, all of those doses need to be shipped at a constant temperature of negative 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And while Pfizer is working out a way to do so, mass-scale infrastructure to do it doesn't exist in Israel yet.
It's too early. We do not yet know the final results of these vaccines, how effective, good, safe they are. These are very initial attempts, and when a vaccine is developed, it is usually developed for 3 to 5 years. There is a process here that happened very quickly. We have to be very, very careful.
While Israel has jumped on the Pfizer bandwagon, the nation is still hedging its bets. Israel has deals with U.S. companies Arcturus and Moderna, as well as Russia's Gamaleya for alternate supplies. Even as the domestically produced COVID vaccine, Bree-Life, slowly makes its way through clinical trials with cautiously optimistic results. An effective vaccine has become Israel's best hope for controlling the pandemic, after 2 economically devastating lockdowns caused tens of billions of dollars in damages. Now Israel is seeing the rates slowly inch up again after partially lifting restrictions, meaning a permanent solution is needed sooner rather than later.